Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Panta Mosleh, director of the Lifetime movie Mother's Stolen Memories. Join us as we delve into Panta's insights into her directing and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here today,
Thank you
Panta.
very much for having me. What a pleasure.
My pleasure. So let's start. Can you
Yes, of
tell
course.
us a little bit about Mother's Stolen Memories?
Yeah, of course. So, Mother Stolen Memories is about a young mother who has a son, and she has this problem with her memories and can't remember a lot of things, and finds out that there is someone basically chasing after her son, and she doesn't know why. And her husband is helping her find out why someone is trying to kidnap her son. And it's twist of events without giving away the story. Basically, is oh, pardon me, my alarm is going off to come to this interview, but I'm already here. Let me turn it off.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so it's like a nice little roller coaster ride of like, not knowing who you can trust with the character, and like why is somebody after your child, and the mothers need to want to like protect their child basically. And there's like a really lovely twist at the end, and we find out um what happens with the culprit who's trying to kidnap the child, and who is the culprit.
Good. And what initially attracted you to this story?
I mean, I always like playing with like stories that have like some nice like bait and switch finales, and have like like you're like following somebody, and then all the way to the end, and then at the end finding out that you should have been following somebody else. Or I like twists and turns and thrillers. I in my indie movie career, I used to do like a lot of horror, which is very close to thriller. Now in my career, I mostly do like comedy and thrillers for TV. And so just the story of like with the twist that it had, that kind of like ending always kind of um, draws me to the story.
Great. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating?
For me, I think the star of the show is the little kid. It was his first big role in a movie. He really portrayed the child so well. He was so great to work with, and um, the working hours are long, especially for a child, and there are limitations with like how long you can use a child. So you would lose him at some time of the day. So we had to do his parts first, and then the rest of the coverage of the movie. But I think, yeah, the best part of the movie is the kid, in my opinion.
Amazing.
I also
And
love kids. Kids and
and
animals, my favorite things.
oh, and what do you hope audiences take away from watching this movie?
Honestly, pure entertainment. Just sit down, turn your brain off, and just go on this journey. And that's the whole reason why we're making movies, is to kind of entertain people, take people on rides and twists and turns, and make people feel things. And oftentimes with like thrillers, like the audience likes to be like, on the edge of their seat and just kind of like wondering what's going to happen, what's next. That's the kind of journey I like to go on. For me as well, like when I was growing up as an audience, I would watch movies, and I would like, feel either like happiness or sadness or anger. And, growing up, I was like, I kind of want to make the audience feel the same thing. I want to make them feel things while they're watching this movie. So hopefully I'll achieve that.
Yeah. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast and crew on set?
Oh, sorry, what was the question?
What was it like working with the rest of the cast and the crew on set?
The rest of the cast and crew on set, they were amazing. One of my dear friends was cast as the leading male, Nathaniel Vass, in the movie. I had worked with him years back on an indie project where he cast me in the leading role. on his indie project. And then it was really nice full circle for me to cast him now in his first leading man role role in this movie, which was really, really nice. So it was nice to have somebody I knew, and I had another friend, dear friend of mine, Rami Kalon, who you also interviewed earlier
Yes.
for this movie, and she's a dear friend of mine. So I was very, very lucky to be able to work with two good friends. Obviously during casting, it was a whole process to cast them, so I was just lucky to have them. Um, and then the rest of the cast that I didn't know, it was really lovely to get to know them. I always enjoy working with casts and just kind of it's like soccer kind of. You're playing ball, they pass it back to you, you pass them it again, and then the end goal is to just make this wonderful story. So you just kind of like go back and forth and you have an idea of how you want this movie with the script and how you want it portrayed, and the actors have an idea of how they want it portrayed. You work together to make this beautiful painting. It's a very big collaborative process. So it was very, very fun to make this movie together with the beautiful ensemble cast.
Amazing. And what was your favorite scene or moment while filming this movie?
Well, that's a tough one without revealing the story. Definitely, the twist of the movie was one of my favorite parts because just um, the way the performers did that was just very captivating. Also, I would say again, the best scenes would be the scenes with the children. The kid was just so captivating on camera. There's this one scene where the family is having a very beautiful um, moment. Is that my voice echoing?
What?
Oh, I'm hearing like an echo. Might be. Ignore me. Basically, it was like a of the family, like a beautiful family. Like they're doing remote control car racing, and so that was a really fun scene to film because the cast was actually having fun and really playing the car racing game, and it was a very beautiful painting to picture of like this perfect family, and then later you find out all the problems that they're going to, and it was like a nice contrast to each other, to the happiness and then the struggles they had to go through with like the someone trying to kidnap their child, and the mother just not remembering anything. It's very, as a person, it must be very tough. Like personally, I had a car accident 6 years ago, and that affected my own memory for quite some time. It took a few years before like it was fully back and running. My short-term memory, long-term memory was good, but like I would forget things, and then so just I would put myself in the headspace of this character, and I was like, how is she feeling, forgetting a lot of things, not remembering anything about her husband, her child, her, but still having to like kind of go on and live life, and people come to you and your best friend comes to you but you don't recognize your best friend. And so I think it'll resonate with a lot of people who've either had like some sort of like trauma that don't remember things, or they have a family member that's going through something that has like memory issues. How do you deal with it if you're the person that has a memory problem, or you have a family member that has a memory problem, while dealing with this whole um, threat of somebody trying to take away your child?
Amazing. So, change of subject.
Mhm.
What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career and why?
I think my most memorable project would be the wedding contest. It was the first TV movie that I had directed, and it also had Rami Malone in it. But the leading actress is Nikki McKenzie, and for the leading female actress, and we just hit it off so much that we are. We're still hanging out. It's been years that have passed. We still hang out. We still, we're writing a project together. And it was just such a fun set. It was a comedy, it wasn't a thriller. And I love comedy. I'm wearing my Groundlings t-shirt. I'm a Groundlings alumni, which is a big school of comedy in the US. And so we had a lot of fun with it. So like, on set it was just crew was laughing, cast was laughing. When a scene is really funny and everyone's kind of like trying not to laugh because you're filming. It was one of those types of movies. And again, it was a pleasure to have like a friend, Rummy, on there and to make new friends. So I think till this day that would be my um, I would say my favorite movie that I have directed, even though I've done many more since then. But it was just like that memory and like of that like first experience is very, very sweet, and it like never leaves your memory. Otherwise, my most recent one is called Christmas with the Sings, and it's a Hallmark movie, and it's a Christmas movie. It's gonna come out this Christmas, and it's gonna be really, really funny, and it's about like two cultures coming together, an Irish American man and a South Asian American woman coming together and having their cultures kind of like clash a little bit, but at the end, figure out a way how to come together. And it's a reminiscence of the movie Meet Your Parents or Meet the Fockers. And
Yes.
so it's got that kind of like very funny, like Ben Stiller comedy style to it, which I really like. Um, yeah, and I guess another favorite one would be 12 Days of Christmas. It's on NBC Peacock, and wonderful lead actresses. That were on there. One of the leading male actress, Sean, on there. He is also a very good friend of mine now. After the movie, we became such close friends where, I tend to become really good friends with my cast because like we're in it for like long hours of the day, 12 hours together each day. So you get to bond with the characters, and that was also very fun because we used to do a lot of jokes and pranks on each other, which was a fun time.
Great. So, at Survive the Shows, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms. What is,
Oh,
yeah, what is
okay.
your all-time favorite?
My all-time favorite,
The one that
that
you saw every Christmas, like the old
every
ones, or
yeah, oh my gosh, what's the one? The name is leaving my brain at the moment, but it was the one with many, many stories in one movie. I think it was, what was it called?
Love
Uh,
Actually?
Love Actually. Thank you so much. That's like
Yeah,
one of the
great.
most, it's so cute, it's so pretty, and it's got all these different stories and moments and beats. And I think it's just I love comedy and romance. And then when better to have a comedy and romance movie than in Christmas? And that's like um it's it's a big inspiration to a lot of the Christmas rom-coms that I direct, and it's really, really fun. Um, Otherwise, like other than rom-com, just any Christmas movie that's funny is Home Alone, of course. It's the classic.
Yeah.
That's like the original funny Christmas movie.
Yes, yes, I agree. So the last question,
Yeah.
you say that a little bit earlier, but can you tease something about your next projects?
Yeah, of course. Let me see what I think I have like a little information about it that I'm allowed to share. It's basically called Christmas with the Sings. And the story is about Asha Singh and Jake O'Brien, who meet again after they were high school friends, and they meet after many, many years when in Chicago. They've both moved to Chicago. They meet, they has an accident, and he goes to her hospital, and she's his nurse, and they kind of reconnect that way. And after a year of, romance and getting together, they decide to get engaged, and they have to go now spend Christmas with each other's families. And having to bring together the two cultures is such a fun. It's always a very fun story to do. Two different families with different backgrounds, different styles, different things that there is important to them. To figure out a way to come together is really fun. Like for example, I come from like a Asian background, and like one big thing for us is you gotta take your shoes off when you go home. You can't walk in with shoes, but in the US, it's very normal to walk in with your shoes. And so, like, using stuff like that to kind of compare the two cultures and kind of like find a fun way to clash, but then still come together in the end because it is a hallmark and it is like a lovely light comedy and all about celebrating the beautiful, beautiful spirit of Christmas. And yeah, this one is also has like a really fun dance sequence to it. So if you get to watch it, it'll be fun.
Yeah, of course. So this is it. Make sure to watch the movie Mother's Stolen Memories on the Lifetime platform. And thank you, Panta, to join us today.
Thank you very much for having me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.
It's a pleasure. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.